Sushmita Dev, senior leader, or should I say, the leader, the woman who has held the entire campaign for the Trinamool Congress in Tripura. Ma'am, thank you so much for giving us the time. I want to first, in fact, get your response on what the speaker before you, Pradyut Barman, said about the TMC's chances in Tripura. He said you have a better chance in Meghalaya. Tripura, you are going to draw a blank. What's your assessment?
As of now, I think it's difficult to say. And I'll tell you why. This is the first election in which not a single party has fought all 60 seats. Pradit Manikya has fought on 42. CPM has fought on some 48 seats, Congress on 13, and us on 28. So what is the message that's gone to the people? That's the first factor to be taken into account. The second is, will the votes transfer when it comes to the seat sharing between the Congress and the CPM? Because there's a large amount of people who have been in the Congress for decades and have suffered the CPM, who will not vote for the CPM. And that's where the Trinamool Congress becomes instrumental. What I'm hoping is that the voters of the Congress who have refused to vote for the left should not vote for the BJP. It's very important for this election to defeat BJP. And I think that's where Trinamool Congress comes as an option. And the second thing is, left... the left is a very disciplined party, no doubt. And left is far more successful than the Congress in transferring votes, no doubt about it. But we saw that concoction fail in Bengal. So, I mean, it's out there. Let's see what happens. And no doubt, Pradit Manikya has managed to consolidate the tribal votes.
What is the feedback that you are picking up? Have your voters, have been able to go out without any problem or fear to go out and exercise their franchise? Are you satisfied with that entire voting process?
You see, there have been some problems. I can't say that there have been absolutely, there has been no violence. But compared to what happened in the by-elections and the municipal elections, so comparatively, this election has been more smooth. But that is also because the very factors and the goons of the BJP who played havoc in the last two elections realized this is maybe a vote for change. So, like I'm giving you a small example. Municipal elections, they went and threatened people, don't come out to vote. People got scared because this government was going to continue for another 1.5 years. This time when they tried it last night or the night before, they said, we are going to go out and vote. What are you going to do about it? So there was a change of attitude on the part of the general voter. And they came out in huge numbers to vote. And they clearly outnumbered the bad elements. I think that's important.
Do you, most of the analysts said that for the Trinamool Congress, in the last few months, it just seemed that your campaign lost that steam a bit. Do you also concede that? Do you agree that somewhere in the entire narrative, Trinamool Congress was left behind?
See, first of all, there was a seat sharing between the Congress and the left. And it didn't make sense to us because first they call it an alliance, then they say it's a seat sharing. And to be very honest, seat sharing is what? Giving up certain seats for other parties. So we also, without, entering anybody's office, fought only in 28 seats to make sure that the BJP loses. That's how we planned it. And without a common minimum program or without anything on the platter, to us, it didn't make sense. And you have to realize that our leader, Mamata Banerjee, and her politics in Bengal also matters, is also a factor. So when the left was coming into play, we had certain compulsions. So to be very honest, if this election turns bipolar, which is BJP versus Congress and CPM, then we stand to lose. And if it's a three-way fight, then we stand to gain to some extent. But I'm again saying, my take is that the votes of the Congress that will never shift to the CPM I'm happy to say it will come to the Trinamool and not put the BJP, and that's where we are instrumental.
Okay. Is this election now in the end is being looked as an election, of course, important for the TMC, also with their prospects of national ambitions. But is it just now an election which is possibly, you're looking at a 6% vote, which will propel you to the national party status?
It's a very valid question. I think it's a very valid question. But if you studied the politics of Tripura very well, you'd realize it is BJP got 1% in municipality and then went to 40. Congress was at 0 in 2018 and then suddenly won the by-election. So your question is very valid, but in the perspective and at the backdrop of Tripura, it may not be that, important a question, because it takes us 1 year to go from 1% to 40 in Tripura.
In the end, what's your prediction, ma'am? What would you be happy? Trinamool Congress, what would be the result that will make them happy in this election?
What would make me happy is for the BJP to have a crushing defeat. And two, what would make me very happy if Trinamool Congress had a significant role to play in forming a non-BJP government. Those are the two things which would make me happy. But let's see what lies in store.
Thank you so much. I know it's been a very long, hard campaign for you as well. You spent over a year, in fact, in Tripura trying to build this entire space and structure for the Trinamool Congress. Thank you so much, Sushmita Dev, for speaking to NDTV.